Further debate. I recognize the member from Guelph.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Pleased to rise to speak on Bill 87 today, the so-called Fix the Hydro Mess bill. Speaker, this bill puts a new coat of paint on the Liberals' fair hydro plan. I actually call it the unfair hydro plan because it leaves us paying billions of dollars of debt to subsidize electricity bills. I can assure you in this House that tweaking the Liberals' hydro plan will not fix the hydro mess. This bill continues to borrow over $3 billion a year to subsidize electricity prices by 25%. It does nothing to actually fix the structural problems facing our electricity system. The Conservatives, when in opposition, railed against the Liberals' unfair hydro plan, and rightfully so. I mean, according to the Financial Accountability Officer, the plan will cost Ontario between around $45 billion over the next 2 decades and could cost between $69 and $93 billion when you factor in borrowing costs. I joined the current finance minister when he was in opposition railing against this plan. So I'm hoping that when we see his budget on April 11th, he'll put an end to it. But it doesn't appear so by looking at Bill 87. So putting a new coat of paint on that plan will not fix the hydro plan. Yeah, New Plymouth, you're right. The member's right. By doubling down on the Liberals' hydro subsidy, this bill supports a plan that is responsible for ballooning Ontario's deficit and will ultimately drive money away from health care, education, and other public services. And to make matters worse, Speaker, across-the-board subsidies on hydro bills disproportionately benefit the wealthy in our society because they use the most electricity, according to reports from the Financial Accountability Officer. Hydro subsidies should be targeted to low-income consumers, targeted to rural and remote consumers who need the help the most. This bill also eliminates conservation programs designed to help people and businesses save money by saving energy. You would think, Mr. Speaker, that Conservatives would support programs that actually conserve, especially when conservation programs are the lowest cost solution to our energy challenges. But I guess not these Conservatives. According to the IESO, conservation costs about 1.7 cents per kilowatt hour. By comparison, our largest source of electricity generation in the province, nuclear power, costs about 8.8 cents a kilowatt hour, and that's expected to double over the next decade to finance the cost of rebuilding Darlington. Scaling back conservation programs not only hits you in the pocketbook, it also threatens job losses from small and medium-sized businesses in communities all across Ontario. Small businesses in the building and trade sector, in HVAC and insulation, in cooling and heating companies. Matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, according to Efficiency Canada, energy efficiency projects across the province generates around 14,000 jobs every year. Speaker, if this government was serious about fixing the hydro mess, they would hit the pause button on all the Liberals' hydro projects, including the multi-billion-dollar Darlington rebuild, until an independent, nonpartisan, public review of the costs of all sources of new power generation is conducted. Mr. Speaker, I've read reports that Ontario can purchase Quebec water power for 5 cents a kilowatt hour, Ontario wind power for 8.6 cents a kilowatt hour, solar for 15 cents a kilowatt hour, and rebuilt nuclear will cost 16.5 cents a kilowatt hour. Not to mention, as the member previous mentioned, that we could generate more power from Ontario's original source of low-cost renewable power, Ontario water power. Mr. Speaker, when most people renovate their homes, They get a lot of cost estimates, and then they make the best decision value for dollar. The previous government, Liberal government, refused to do that. And so I'm asking this government to conduct an independent public review of all costs of power generation so we can make the most informed decisions about how to fix the hydro mess. And Mr. Speaker, I'm also deeply concerned that if we don't do that, the people of Ontario could be left holding the bag for multi-billion dollars in stranded assets by doubling down on centralized, inflexible generation at a time when most of the world is looking to move to decentralized, low-cost, affordable sources of power. So this bill doubles down on the Liberals' hydro shell game. Then it will ultimately lead to skyrocketing power prices in the next decade. I call on the government to reconsider Bill 87.
Thank you very much.